why do you think it is that people can't lose weight, or don't lose weight, rather, I would say? Because everyone can, but what is it that you think stops people from losing weight? Why is there so much like obesity in the world? Why is there, so many people going, oh, I'm not happy with my body. Why this? Why that? Why have I got love handles? Like, what is it that stops people from losing weight?
Yeah, there's obviously loads of factors that you could go into, but it's too easy to be fat now. It's too easy.
I'd agree.
What's easy to do is easy not to do as well. Like, it's easy to just tell yourself, I'm going to be a bit more active every day, but it's easy not to do that as well. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. But because we are living in a world of convenience, we have a world of convenience, but we have less time. But that's a story that people tell you. They mention about not having time to go to the gym, don't have time to eat well, just grab on the go, just do
Tesco meal deals.
Yeah, I'm quick. I need something quick for lunch, I'm always rushing around. But the world is more convenient than ever. Like, we can get things at the click of a button. We can go to any supermarket and buy healthy food. In fact, usually when you walk in the supermarket, actually the first thing you usually see is vegetables. But how many people just walk past that and go for the convenience aisle, right? You do. Like, you go to Tesco, it's usually vegetables. It's usually the fruit and veg first. Like, it's there, but we often disregard it because obviously we can't just pick it up and eat it. We can't pick up a head of broccoli and eat it. Wouldn't be very fucking nice, right?
No.
But we can pick up a Mars bar, we can pick up a packet of crisps and eat that immediately, and it tastes nice. So obviously the things that are there that are healthy are not convenient and easy.
Speaking of that, I don't know whether you guys can hear that in the background. So every day at about 1:30, which it is now, we get this ice cream van comes around. And have we ever run out to get an ice cream, Luke?
We have never run out to get an ice cream.
We are healthy.
I have several times on doing my video said, would you like an ice cream? In response to that
it's
noise.
just in the background, man. It's just but isn't it funny that, like, we're talking about food and then the ice cream guy comes around, right? Like, how many people do you think are going to run out to that van now outside? Because we're on an industrial estate, guys, so there's lots of businesses, but how many people do you think are going to run out and get one? Obviously, it's November, it's not ice cream season, but there will be people that still go to that van pretty regularly.
The van will sell sweets and all kinds of stuff, which is quick and easy. And again, it's convenience, isn't it? Anything that's convenient, we'll go after.
Yeah.
Like, convenience is addictive. Once things are more convenient, this is why Amazon is the biggest distributor in the world, more or less, now, because not because that have an excellent superior quality product. They just sell all sorts, but what they do is they make it so convenient that people keep coming back for more. Domino's, so convenient. Order it on the app, it's like delivered in 15 minutes or something. Like, that's fucking convenient. It would take you like less time to get a Domino's than it would to cook something healthy. So it's like, well, why wouldn't I want to do that, So the world is so much more convenient, but yet we blame less time. But I think time is not the issue. It's just about priorities. And
well, I've heard a lot of people say that, eating healthy is expensive.
Yeah.
It's not expensive.
I'll tell you what is expensive. Getting fat, feeling like shit, and having to pay medical bills when you're older.
Yeah.
That's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Being on medication for the rest of your life. Unless, obviously, you can say we get the NHS here in the UK, and it's free. But ultimately, like, what's it costing you to be overweight? What's it costing you to be unhealthy? And it's not always about weight. We know this. There's plenty of skinny people who feel like shit.
Yeah.
But obviously, obesity leads to diabetes, heart failure, lack of self-confidence, and a lot of other whole host of issues as well. But likely, let's just use the word unhealthy. If you're unhealthy, it leads you to low energy, which likely leads you to low libido, which could cause a break in the relationship. If you're unhealthy, then what kind of a representation are you giving to your kids? For them growing up, they're going to follow what you do, not what you say. They're just going to follow your food habits, your smoking habits, your drinking habits, your living habits. So then they're going to grow, and your grandchildren are going to end up the same as you. It's like, if you're unhealthy, it's costing you more to be unhealthy than it is to be healthy, because all we see is just the money side of it.
Yeah.
Eating healthy is not a cost. It's an investment. Because
And
we're
it's not
getting
even
something
it's not
further
even
down
expensive.
the line, right? It's not expensive. Being fat, feeling like shit, feeling unhealthy is expensive, because you feel like crap, and when you feel like crap, you want to fill the void quick. So what do? Buy quick things. What are quick things usually? Like takeaways and stuff like that. Fucking expensive.
Yeah.
When it works out a quarter of the price to go to the supermarket, buy the ingredients to cook them yourself.
Yeah.
It costs 3 or 4 times as much to get a takeaway, but people will pay that several times a week because they feel like shit. Nobody usually feels fucking amazing and gets a takeaway. Do they? They usually don't. It's like, I feel fucking on top of the world. You know what? I'm going to get a pizza tonight. I'm going to get Domino's and chips and chocolate, and I'm going to stuff my face.
Well, they might celebrate. That is a good point. They might celebrate.
I mean, I celebrate with a treat meal once or twice a week because I do feel good, and that's cool. But I don't usually celebrate because I feel amazing. Like, I'll rephrase that. I don't go and say, oh, you know what? I'm going to have fish and chips tonight because I feel fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I eat well during the week, and I'm like, I'm going to indulge in this lovely food on Friday because I've worked hard all week. I've earned it.
Yeah.
I don't deserve it because I've done well. I'm not a dog. You don't need to reward myself with food. But I've earned it, and I look forward to it, and I've planned it. But I'll not, so people, the main point is, mate, like, people feel like shit and then have these immediate things, which ultimately cost more money, take away their health, but because something is slightly more expensive in monetary terms, they believe it's too expensive to do, and they see it as a cost. Mm-hmm. Being fat, being sick, being unhealthy is a cost. Eating healthy food, going to the gym, looking after your body is an investment, and it'll be worth every fucking penny.
Yeah. Invest now before you have to invest, basically. Yeah. Invest in your health now before you... Because, like, I started quite young, and I'm quite fortunate at that, but my mum and dad were never massive gym goers. I mean, they did, like, a few sessions here and there, like a year of a personal trainer and that, but... It's funny that, like, obviously we talk about following our parents' bad habits and stuff like that. Like, both my parents are, they're not massively, out of shape and stuff like that. They're not, I wouldn't exactly say they're the most healthy people, but it's a case of, like, finding those other role models. And I think that's where you kind of fit in for a lot of people. So a lot of people that you probably coach probably didn't have those sorts of role models growing up. They probably didn't see their parents going to the gym. Like, at the gym that I train at, there's two families. Now, you can call me a bit of shit for looking at these people in this way, right? But there's a family with a dad, a mom, and, like, a sort of younger son. I wouldn't say he's any more than 19, right? And they're quite largely built, right? Big skeletons or whatever you want to call it, right?
But no such thing as a fat skeleton.
Yeah.
Well, call it as it is.
The fact is,
fat.
Yeah.
They're fat.
At least they're training. Right,
yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, but then there's an effort.
Then there's another family who actually live pretty close. I've seen them in the village I live in. Who the dad is like the Hulk. He is huge, right? He's such a lovely dude as well, and he smiles at everyone in the gym. He's sound, and his two kids also train. I think one of his kids is like a PT as well, and they are in fantastic shape, and they look so good. And you can tell the difference in the family. Obviously, I'm not judging the ones who are fat. I'm not judging them because they are training, they are doing something about it, especially as a family. But you just see how that works in terms of role models and stuff. So obviously for you, you are now that role model for a lot of people. So how does it actually feel to be a role model? Is it a responsibility that you found easy to take on, or is it something that was difficult?
It's a great responsibility because it obviously gives me more motivation and focus to keep on track, because I've still got the same fucking thoughts as other people, like, oh, fuck it, why bother? I've still got the thoughts of, I'd love a packet of fucking Skittles and a Snickers on my desk or whatever. I've still got the thoughts of, I'd just love to go home and not have to cook a healthy meal, or, not just grab a pizza or whatever. Like, I've still got the thoughts of, I'd love to just sleep in today and not have to get up and do my morning routine. Like, I still have those thoughts.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, when we call people fat, that's an observation. That's not a judgment. When people get offended by it, it's their ego. It's their ego at play. Because people are worried that people are judging them. Like, people do judge. But calling somebody fat is an observation. Because fat is a body composition. If somebody is fat, they have fat on their body. Therefore, it's an observational experience, saying, look, you're fat, you're carrying excess weight, you have fat on your body. The problem, though, is that, I know I might be going off topic a little bit here, mate, but people have this identity that they're fat, right? When it's true, they have fat, but that doesn't define them. But unfortunately, if they've been fat for a long time, they attach it to their identity. So they believe, I'm fat, I'm a big boy, I'm a big girl, I'm big boned, I've always been this way, it's the way I was brought up, it's my parents, I've tried all diets going, and I'm fat.
Yeah.
So they link their identity to that, where actually they're not fat, they have fat.
Yes.
Whatever you have, you can get rid of. You can also gain as well. You can gain back. So, but in answer to your question that you just asked there, the responsibility of being the role model is added motivation for me. And it should be for any parent. It should be for anybody in a position where there's somebody else looking up to them. Believe it or not, everybody's a leader in some capacity. Somebody's watching from afar.
100%.
Somebody's watching you online, your parents are watching you, your cousins are watching you, your brothers are watching you, whatever it is. Somebody in your family or friend or peer group is watching you. So you are a leader. But what kind of example are you setting? Because the world is changed by people who lead by example, not by opinion.